was gonna just throw in an Ariba, but we've done that. But hola amigos, welcome to another episode of the Honeybee Podcast, Season 3, Episode 4. My name is Warren.
Me llamo Jay.
Me llamo Joseph.
Damn, now I feel left out. I didn't say mi lamo.
Me llamo. Me llamo
Mi
es
llamo.
Joseph.
Hola amigos, mi llamo Warren. Alright, yeah. So
Fucking Mexican.
welcome to our round 2 episode. If you watched last week's episode, we literally just hit record right after we finished the last one. So we're back at round 2. Also, hold on, let me stop the music. For anyone who were listening to last episode or have listened to last week's episode, I'm not in frame. We will be continuing, well, not continuing, but we sparked some questions that we got from last topics. So, yeah. We also have other topics that we still didn't even talk about.
Oh, from last week's podcast?
Yeah, from last week's.
Or for us, 10 seconds ago
yeah.
podcast.
But yeah, so, yeah, Joseph. So our first topic is going to be names.
Yeah.
Joseph had some questions.
Yeah, because last podcast we were talking about names. And I was just curious, do you guys know the story of how you got your names?
Oh, me.
I don't know about mine. I know about my siblings.
Yeah. Are there cool stories behind it?
I told Ty's this morning my dad was going to name him John,
Which is his name? Which is your dad's
which
name?
is my dad's name and my grandfather's name.
And your grandpa's name. Oh, okay.
So my dad was like, "Well, I'm named John, and my dad's name is John, so I might as well name one of my kids John."
Hmm.
And my grandfather was like, "If you name one of your kids John, I'm gonna fucking strangle you."
Oh.
And my dad did that. He was like, "Oh," and it was like, "All right, well, can't
Ty
use John anymore, so I guess I'll put Ty in front of it."
Thank you, John.
So thank you, Ty John. Look straight at his dad.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ty
Yeah.
John.
So is that, and then my uncle's name is James, so my brother's middle name is James.
Huh.
So it's Ty John, but it's spelled Ty John.
So
James Mathis.
why didn't your grandfather want him to be named John?
Because he didn't want my dad to be named John.
Well, so why did he name his kid John?
My grandfather was working when my grandmother gave birth to my dad.
Oh, so he wasn't around for the
So he
naming.
wasn't around for the naming,
I see.
and my grandma was fucking KO'd because she just gave birth.
Mhm.
So the only one around was who my dad describes as his drunk uncle,
Oh.
who didn't know what the fuck was going on. So when they asked the name of the baby, he thought they were asking the name of the father because he wasn't around. So he's like, John.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they named my dad John, kind of by accident. And then, yeah. So my dad said he was gonna be named like Darrell or some shit like that, and he was like, "Dude, do you know how hard it would have been for me to get a job in IT if my name was fucking like Darrell or some whatever God knows ghetto name that my dad was gonna give me?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're right."
Darrell.
Yeah, I don't know. And then mine, I don't know, but I know Nivi's is her first name is Janae, but when they were coming up with a name, they wanted to mix their names. So my dad's name is John, my mom's name is Avriel, but everyone calls her Ave. So John, Ave, Janae. Yeah, and then Nivi, I don't know where the fuck they got Nivea from. I really don't.
I was gonna say because I saw somewhere that one of the most popular names that people are giving their babies is Nevea, because it's heaven spelled backwards. So that kind of reminded me, like Nevea sounds like Nivi. I don't know if that's similar at all.
Wait,
There's no there's no H in my sister's name, so I guess that's not it.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe it's some clever shit like that. No.
Nevea.
Mm.
Yeah, my sister's middle name is Anivia, and we call her Nivi. Yeah.
I see.
That's cool.
Yeah.
At least names are cool.
And then
It's so
Mathis
arbitrary.
is apparently French name.
Say again?
I think Mathis is a French last name or a British last name. I don't remember.
Matish.
Sounds like it could be French.
Yeah.
Yeah, for my family, all of my siblings' names are combinations of my parents in some way. So Claude, his name is Claude. My dad's middle name is Clue, so he named him Claude.
Clue?
Yeah,
C-L-U-E?
CLOU.
OU. Oh.
Yeah, it's Clue, and then his middle name is Ross, and my mom's name is Rosario. So there's that. Then Rose's name is Rose after Rosario, and her middle name is Claudette, is female Claude.
Is it actually Claudette?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Well, I'm not sure if it is anymore. I think she changed it after she got married. But and then my name Warren is my dad's name. So funny.
And everyone
else's name. Yeah. And
Warren
then
the 10th.
Rob is mixture male version of Rose, I guess, sort of. Like Rob, they got it from Rosario.
Okay.
The RO is still there.
Yeah, the RO's there.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's just similar to that.
Rube.
But I assume I've told this story on a podcast, but not in a really long time, where Warren came from. So, for those who didn't know, I am the 10th Warren in my family. And it's not like exactly how you think by generation. So my grandpa's name was technically Warren Frito, but his friends would call him Warren. So he was Warren the first. And then he had 5 sons and named them all Warren. So Warren 2 through 6. But then gave them all middle names, but they all 4-letter middle names. So like it's what's in order? It's Vin, then Reg, then Clue, then Lek. I missed one, I think.
So
whatever. Yeah.
So to your family, your dad's name is Clue.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah. So whenever my mom talks to my dad, he calls him Clue.
Okay.
Yeah. And then then that's why growing up you knew me as Rob, because everyone would always refer to me as Rob, so we don't get confused.
Because I was confused when I met you again
in high school. Yeah.
When you were like, when you were like, yeah, I'm Rob, because you know me as Rob.
Yeah.
But everyone else was like, hey, Warren, what's up? Warren.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Who's Warren?
Yeah.
Like, this nigga's Rob. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
It's people who grew up with me always were confused about that. Like even with like Dylan or like James, like they'd see me in school. They're like, "What's up, Rob? Do I call you Warren or Rob?" I'm like, either works, but probably I guess Warren, but people would more understand.
That's actually for the longest time why I called Juan John.
John, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we wanted to like Americanize him. I was the only one that called him John. So, but now I just call him Juan.
It's funny though, because for my before she passed, the past like 3 years, we'd do like a family gathering on my dad's side for my grandma during her birthdays, and then one of the birthdays she did like a speech, and then she was just going through all her kids' names, and she was like, and then there's 6 Warrens. I don't know why, but we named them all Warren. And all of us started cracking up. We're like, damn, Grandma. Not even you know. But yeah, and then that's the name of our names. Story. What? Story
of our names.
The story of our names.
What about your last name? Do you know the story behind that?
I assume it's just some sort of Spanish. I've gotten this many times where people see my last name of Gabrillo, for those who don't know it. And they think it's Spanish based on the name.
Gabriel.
Then
Gabriel.
Yeah. Then I walk into the room. They're like, "The fuck you a chink?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm Filipino." I was like, "Oh, you're a Spanish chink." Got it.
So you're one of the Mexican Johnny.
Yeah.
One of them. So for me, do you guys remember a couple of years ago when the Pope visited America?
Yes.
Yeah, and like how big of a deal it was in the media. Like the news would just not shut up about it.
Why do I not remember that? I feel like I should.
Damn, this is a couple of years ago. Yeah, when he visited America, it was like all the news would talk about. And so imagine the Pope visiting the Philippines. How big of a deal that would be. I was born like just as the Pope came to visit the Philippines. So my parents were just like, oh, let's just name him after the Pope. The Pope at the time was Jose Carol. So they were like, Joseph Carlos.
Okay.
So they just named me Joseph Carlos. They wanted to name their firstborn kid Juan. And then out popped my sister. So they just changed the U to an O. So they're like, okay, Joan.
Oh.
And they named the next one Juan.
I've actually gotten that question of like why Claude wasn't named Warren, and it was like my mom wanted the first name or first kid. But it's funny because he's still named after my dad for Clue, but she was like, yeah, I just don't want him the first one named Warren.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, maybe I should ask them about my name because I know everybody else's except mine.
Yeah.
Do you know like the meaning of your name? Like I remember in
It's just some random Polish guy.
oh damn
Josef Karol. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people say that like, oh, when they saw your name, I thought you were like Jewish, because Joseph spelled with an F is a very like Polish or Jewish thing.
oh really?
Apparently.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Carlos
With a K.
throws them off.
Yeah,
Is he a
Joseph
Mexican
Carlos,
Jew?
are you?
and Carlos is spelled with a K too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Damn,
even-
so you're
I
all
don't
types of
hesitate.
fucked up, dude.
Yeah, for a long time I tried to get people to call me JC for Joseph Carlos.
JK.
And then, yeah, people called me out and they're like, "Isn't it spelled with a K?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up right now."
Who the fuck told you?
So your family would be JP and JC. I almost said K.
J-
JC.
JC. And my sister is Joan Grace, so it would
So
be
JG?
JG. Yeah.
Oh, is all your family's J's, huh?
Yeah.
I
we're all
never
J's.
really
They did that on purpose. I don't know why.
I never picked
But
that
they
up.
wanted us to be J's.
Wait, what's
Are
your
both
what's your
parents also
no?
Jays too?
What's your dad's name?
No, my me and my siblings are all.
I know.
Oh,
but
okay.
What's your dad's
My
name? though?
Orencio.
Orencio. Okay.
That
I
is
know your
not a
mom.
J.
I know your mom's name is Dulce.
Yeah. Dulce de leche.
I thought it was Batang.
Wait, what? Is that real?
What Dulce?
Dulce de leche?
No, well, do you know what dulce de leche is?
Dulce de leche is
Like
like
the
caramel.
flavor.
Yeah.
The flavor.
Oh,
No,
Dulce de leche is
my mom's.
It's a
yeah,
caramel flavor.
Yeah, my
Oh.
mom's name is Dulce,
okay.
and Dulce in like Spanish means sweet.
Sweet, yeah.
Sweet,
Yeah.
sweet of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I was like,
yeah.
is your mom's name really sweet of milk? Like,
No, it's just Dulce.
okay.
No, yeah, Dulce. I first heard it from ice cream, but Dulce de leche is like caramel type of flavor.
Oh.
I like Dulce de leche.
Yeah, pretty good.
I know my mom's middle name is Lamont, and it's because my grandfather wanted a boy, but when they found out it was a girl,
Oh.
they were like,
Mm.
fuck, what do we call her now?
Oh well.
So they just gave her the boy's name
Middle
as the middle name,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I know my name. Well, Warren. I don't know. I've rarely ever hear it used for the dictionary definition, I guess.
Mhm.
But it's like a hole where rabbits breed or something.
Warren.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Warren
it's-
is the breeding ground.
Yeah, for rabbits. Yeah. Or like people always make the joke of like the, what warranted this reaction or whatever type of thing. I'm like, God, you're stupid.
I feel like I made that joke before.
Do you,
I would be surprised.
do you have a meaning to your name? I don't think.
Not that I know of.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just some random white guy.
Just some random white guy. Given to a Spanish Chinese guy.
What a Mexican Chinese.
No, but I was gonna say because I think it's really cool for especially a lot of Americans or just like I guess white people
Whites.
in general. Yeah, because I don't not just white Americans but like white Europeans. A lot of last names are just occupations.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so like
Baker.
they'd be like, oh, look,
Blacksmith.
that's David the Smith, and over time that just became David Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Or oh, he's like the banker. That's the Silverman. So Silverman.
Oh.
He's the Miller. So, like T.J. Miller, shit like
Yeah.
that. So last names were just jobs.
Jobs and like places you're from and
Mhm.
shit like that.
Honestly, I've always thought it was cooler the way a lot of Eastern cultures have names. It's last name, first name.
I used to. So when I was doing research for names in, for my comic,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the characters are Middle Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
So I researched up a lot of like the naming conventions for like old Middle Eastern because now
Mm.
they don't really do it.
Yeah.
So back then it was like they would have their name and then like but then their last name was like
Son of. Yeah, Ibn.
Oh, yeah.
son of whoever
Mm-hmm. So like Ibn
and
Lahad.
then like of wherever place.
Mm.
So it would be like I'm Jay
Of John.
of John
from Kiska.
Yes,
Kiska.
Thor, son of
Yeah.
Odin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit
Odin's
like that.
son. Yeah.
But then it would be like if you're royalty too. So like if your grandfather was like super like famous, but then you also want to say your dad's name in between that. So you go, I'm Jay of John of John
Oh, okay.
from Kisco, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would be, it would be a whole bunch of shit. And then, like, there's a whole bunch of weird, like, different sub things that would happen. Like, if you got married into a family with prestige or something, you'd throw them in there and shit like that. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I wish, some of that stuff got preserved as time went on, but, it's a little unnecessary.
Yeah, especially if like you're knighted or something, so you have to
Yeah.
add Sir in there,
Yeah.
and then like if you're down to like a few generations, like Sir John of John the Third.
Yeah, because I think for at least for some like sex part, like SECTS,
Yeah.
some they just had a long list of names of lineage. So it was like Joseph, son of blank, son of blank, son of blank, son of blank. Like,
And then when you
far
get to the
back.
top, it's like son of Arthur the Great, and you're like, oh shit, okay, my bad. Almost had you executed. I'm glad you said that last one.
it's the same thing in Irish culture too. That's so, like the name O'Connor, it's of Connor. So O apostrophe Connor. Same thing with like the Mick names. It's like McCarthy. Mick means like of or child of or something like that.
Isn't Mick also a derogatory term for Polish or something?
Is it?
I
I thought it
so.
was for Irish.
Oh, Irish. That's what I meant.
Because-
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never
because
heard
their
of that.
names start with.
Yeah. That's what I meant. I don't know why I said Polish.
Mm.
And oh man, I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, I know the lineages and names that we were just talking about kind of remind me of family trees and like how deep they can go and like how it's how little or how far you don't really have to go to find out how related you can be to someone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because like a lot of my mom's side of my family is still in the Philippines, and like she had like 9 siblings growing up or something.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of cousins I don't know or didn't even know existed. Like for my cousin Kristen, well, her mom's actually my cousin. I didn't know she had 2 older siblings that died before I was even born until like a few weeks ago. I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like there's several cousins that I might have had that I never even knew existed.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
So she's your cousin, not
Kristen's mom is my cousin. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, but like, then there's that weird like family title. I guess it's like
Yeah.
it's like she's like Kristen's title to me is first cousin, first remove or some shit.
Why is it first removed?
I think it's because her mom is my cousin, so her son or daughter, I guess, would be. It's first cousin, first remove.
Was that how it works? I thought your cousin's kid was. You also call them your niece or your nephew.
Well, that too, yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
Do you?
I thought so.
well, I don't know
Because
if
they're
that's
not your brother or sister.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
sure if that's just a Filipino thing because
Oh,
I know we definitely do that.
Okay.
But yeah,
Mm.
but well, yeah, I feel like the typical one it would be like your brother or sister's
Right.
kid is
Yeah,
your
yeah.
niece or nephew.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know that's common in Filipinos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I think I look into this before how like so first cousin is obviously your parents' siblings' kid, so that's your first cousin, and then if they have a kid, then that's your first cousin first removed or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then if 2 of your cousins have kids, if they're not in the
with
same
each other.
no if they're not in the same family, so like Mark, his dad is also my cousin, but they're
Okay.
not in the same family. I mean, they're not. So, hold on. All right.
Oh God.
So,
We need to draw a street.
yeah, Kristen's mom is my cousin,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and then Mark's dad is also my cousin
From a
from different
different
siblings.
side
Yeah.
of the family.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, same side,
Same
Okay.
side, but just different siblings.
different siblings. Yeah.
Okay.
So if they both have kids, so that's Mark and Kristen.
Yes.
They are second cousins with each other.
Oh, I
Okay.
see. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure.
So Mark's parent and Kristen's parent
Are
have
cousins.
this-
have their Kristen's
They're cousins.
yeah
They're
Kristen's
not- okay.
Kristen's mom's mom
All right.
and Mark's dad's dad. are
Our
siblings.
brother.
Yeah, brother and sister, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that's how the family tree works.
Shit's
but
weird, man.
yeah, I know it's
So complicated.
it's so
I don't have
complicated
to
how
deal with
family
any of
can
that
be.
because my mom is an only child, and I think my grandma is also an only child.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
No, that's a lie. She's got a sister. That's why Pat Shaw is my cousin. But yeah, my mom's family is small. My dad's is pretty big, but we don't talk to them, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only people in my dad's family we talk to are his younger siblings, and there's only 3 of them. So, and 2 of them don't have kids.
Perfect. Yeah, it's just crazy how that similar like name origin can relate to how family origins yeah.
Or even like when we had our family, like, what do you call it? Family reunion.
Or reunion, yeah.
In like 2015 or something like that. No, it was 2012. Jesus Christ. When our aunt was like, "Yeah, I did some digging. Turns out we're from fucking Cape Verde. We're half Portuguese or whatever." You know, and I'm just like, "Oh,
all right,
yeah."
And then you look up what people from Cape Verde look like.
Yeah,
and they're all just
I'm
you.
like, "Yep, yep, I'm part that. Whatever that is, I'm that."
Cape Verdean.
Yeah. There was one specific picture too where I remember a couple weeks ago actually Ty came home and it was like, "Have you ever looked up where like people from Cape Verde?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" It's like there's this one picture and I'm like, "Is it the two boys?"
Kids. Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, one of them looks exactly like you." And I was like, "Yup. We know I know exactly what picture you're talking about." It's so fucking weird, dude. If you take the picture that I show all the time,
yeah,
with me holding my sister and then
yeah,
the picture,
yeah, you put that in chat once,
and I'm like, this is fucking creepy. This is weird.
You Photoshop the faces and swap them, and it's the same fucking picture.
Yeah, it's the same picture. There's no difference. Yeah. So basically, when my family had a family reunion in 2012, where my aunt, I guess, kind of just wanted to announce that we're not full, like, my mom's side of the family isn't full black like we always thought we were. Well, of course, because slavery and all that, we probably got fucked up real bad.
Oh,
what is slavery? I'm just kidding. Okay, sorry.
Slavery. Anyway, yeah. So our family is from a little island off the coast of West Africa called Cape Verde, which was owned by the Portuguese. And so we got some Portuguese in us. And if you look at a picture or pictures of people from that place, they look exactly like me and my mom, dude. It's
Cape Verdeans,
yeah,
or whatever they're called.
Capian Verde.
Especially, dude, my fucking grandfather. He doesn't. When I look at those people and I look at him, I'm like, there's no way that guy's black at all. He just looks like them. Yeah.
And I mean, it's funny that. I mean, I guess not funny, but it's that you did your 23andMe, but you just not.
It just never
came back. Yeah.
Apparently, those DNA tests are like horrendously inaccurate.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I saw a thing where this lady, to test it, she sent her DNA to like all the different major DNA testing companies,
and they all
sent back drastically different things.
Wow.
I think they all got the locations and countries right, but the percentages were way off. Yeah, for all of them.
Huh.
Yeah, send us your spit. We're not going to do anything weird with it.
Oh, damn it. I was going to say so I could drink it.
So they make you spit into this like vial up until a point, and then they make you mix it with this other liquid that's in the top of the vial. It's really weird. It looks
kind of tasty.
It looks like alcohol, honestly. So like they just burn away everything and just put it to the fucking. It's like we just needed a lip sample or whatever the fuck.
Give us your DNA and then we're gonna burn your DNA with alcohol or whatever.
It's a lot of money too. That shit was like $60 on sale.
And you saw it, yeah.
Yeah. It's $100 if you want like the like premium scan or whatever the fuck. Oh yeah, it's if like they'll tell you like, oh, you're susceptible to these diseases and genetic disorders and all that.
That's true. I wonder how accurate that part is.
Actually, speaking of, I'm about to go on a side tangent. So does anyone have any things to say about names or whatever?
Or no?
We're already on a side tangent.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No, because I saw this really interesting article that was like, now that DNA testing is becoming the norm, all the different ways that it can mess with like our society. And one of them was like, because the whole point, the reason why it's so expensive is because they sell that data. They sell your genetic information to other companies for whatever reason.
I figured, but like,
yeah. And
Sucks to
so
hear.
yeah, so so what's gonna stop employers from looking at genetic information? And
What do you mean? So like this guy's genetically not fit to work
Yeah,
for us? Like,
no, so like if you have two candidates, one is very clearly the better candidate, but then you look and it's like, oh, she has a 90% chance of having a stroke in the next 5 years. Then like, would you want to hire her? Things like that.
yeah,
That's
I
weird.
honestly would. Fuck it.
Ridiculous shit like that.
Yeah.
Or one of the big
Just
things
die.
was one of the big things is sperm donors. It totally anonymous. It's supposed to be like, and so children born from sperm donations are never supposed to know who their father is. But now
really?
they can. Yeah, because it's completely anonymous. Well, if you choose to be anonymous.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I never knew that was a thing.
Yeah, but now you can just get yourself tested for relatively cheap. Figure out who your father is.
Huh.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Did you ever watch the show Entourage?
No, I've heard good things about it though.
Mm-hmm.
The main actor in that had a series on HBO where he tracked down his father because he was, I want to say, adopted. Either adopted or he just never found parents or anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a mini series, I think it was like 3 or 4 episodes, where he was tracking down his dad. And back then it took him a while, but I guess
Now
you
it'll
can
be
just
easy.
fucking do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wait, this is the actual actor?
Yeah,
Oh.
like it was a documentary series
Mhm.
about him trying to find his dad because he just never knew his
Right.
parents or something like that.
I think I told this story too on the podcast before, but I know this Korean artist or Korean American artist that was adopted by white parents, and then obviously he knew he was adopted because he was like, wait, but he went into like the journey of going to Korea to meet his like biological parents and stuff, and then he found out he has a biological twin brother, and
Oh yeah, he told us.
yeah, and how here he was like a rapper and like into music, and then when he went back he found out his brother does exactly the same stuff, but they've never met or anything.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that could happen.
And his brother was more famous, and the rivalry began.
And actually earlier today I went to lunch with my family and like some friends, and we have a family friend that has an adopted her and her husband, who's Caucasian, adopted a Chinese girl when she was like 1 or 2 or something. And I was asking my mom, I was like, does she know she's like adopted? And she was like, yeah, she has to, because she sees her mom
Yeah.
Mhm.
who's Filipino and her dad is white, so there's no way that can make Chinese. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. But and she was like, yeah, they were very open about it, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh, all right. So I wasn't sure if I should like accidentally like throw in
Mm-hmm.
you're adopted and like what?
I feel like that's fucked up not to tell them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially, I feel like that's so like messed up to find out later on. Like, wait,
Yeah.
my parents can't fold their tongue. Does that mean I'm
Mhm.
adopted?
Wait, what?
You never
Yeah.
hear, you know,
Yeah.
in like school, like you do like that, like, can you fold your tongue like this? And then
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh yeah, one of your parents should be able to do that.
Yeah.
And then kids come back like, neither of my parents can do that. What does that mean? They're
means
like,
you're adopted. Yeah.
well,
That's a genetic thing.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So it's just like,
Do you guys remember? I guess I shouldn't say his name, but one of the biology teachers at our high school, that happened to him. He told us the
Oh,
story
really?
of
That's
that
what
happened
happened
to him. Yeah,
damn.
and the parents came in. They were like, "Thank you," because we had no idea how to tell our kid that he was adopted. So
So
dude,
that's how it happened?
I thought you meant like he did that to his parents, and he was like,
no.
shit, I'm
He was
adopted.
teaching his kids about the tongue rolling trick,
Oh, that's
and then one of
fucked.
his students went home, came back, and then the parents were like, "Yeah, we didn't know how to tell him he was adopted. So thank you for
all the way
like
up
giving
until
us an
high
outlet."
school, dude.
Yeah, right, exactly,
I'd be
like
so
that.
pissed. I really would.
Mm.
And then like it's always sucks to see like when, well, I guess I don't know how often this really happens, but I've seen it in movies and stuff where like the kid finds out they're adopted and then they like get entirely mad at their current parents,
Yeah.
and then later on in the movie they realize that they're still their real parents, I
Yeah,
guess, because
yeah,
they took care of them growing
course,
up and such. Yeah,
You
Yeah,
know, they
that's more
care
important.
about you, but
Yeah.
like you couldn't have told me something mad important. Like
yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh yeah, we didn't know how to tell him that he's gonna lose a leg in a couple weeks. Like,
I remember learning about that in my 1 year as a bio major. There were like two schools of thought on evolution. There was Darwin, which we all know, and the other one is, I think his name is, it's like Lemeckian theory. Someone fact check me.
Bio major.
Where's Brittany?
No, but the whole thing was he believed that anything that happened to a person would be passed on to the parent, to the offspring.
How does that happen?
And they were like, okay, so if someone, because he believed like, oh, if someone gets an illness during their lifetime, the chances of it passing to the kid is going to be higher.
Oh.
But he also believed that if you lose a leg, then
I
your kid is going to be
that.
born without a leg.
Oh.
I was like, that's not how that works. But
Yeah, that guy was an idiot.
And that's why you never hear his name.
yeah.
You hear Darwin all the time.
Because
Daddy
mean-
Darwin.
he was kind of an idiot too.
Who, Darwin?
I mean, kind of like. I mean, if it was real, then half of us wouldn't be here. Like,
Wait, what?
Darwinism?
Wait, what?
Well, yeah. What are you
Am I
trying to
talking about the same Darwin?
Charles Darwin?
Charles Darwin.
The guy that
yeah.
created the theory of evolution?
Yes.
What are you saying? Half of us wouldn't be here.
If the strong are the only ones that survive.
Oh,
Oh, natural selection?
Yes, natural selection.
you're saying natural selection isn't real?
I mean, it is, but I mean, if you look at us now,
that
that isn't true at all.
Oh, well, yeah, but in the wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the wild.
Yeah. Whenever I hear of the Darwin thing, I think of the finches. I forget what island it is. Like the
Galapagos.
yeah, Galapagos Island. All the birds with the different types of beaks.
The beaks.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
But do you guys know about the Darwin Awards?
Yeah.
It's just
No.
people being stupid.
Yeah.
It's people that should be naturally selected.
Really?
Yeah, it's just videos of people doing dumb stuff. That's all it is.
That sounds fun.
Get the Darwin Award for the person who should have got fucking destroyed by this lava or some shit like that. Yeah.
Daddy Darwin.
Do people call him that?
No,
You
I
do.
call him that.
I know.
This is Zaddy Zarwin.
Zaddy Darwin.
All right, cool.
All right, next topic.
So, we were actually going to talk about this last podcast, but we got very just tangented. Joseph, you want to talk about Jukin Media or something?
Oh yeah, there's this whole thing happening with, I don't remember the YouTuber's name. I think it's MXR Media. It's just a couple. They do React videos. That's what they do, and they're basically being quote unquote extorted. So basically, what Jukin Media does is they find a bunch of viral videos, they contact the owners and they say, "Hey, I will give you money if you let me copyright your video." And so now anytime anyone tries to use that viral video, they can then have a copyright claim, take all the monetization from other YouTubers and shit like that. So it's a really like sleazy business model, but like it's perfectly legal.
Wait, so what the company does is they ask someone else, "Can we copyright your video?
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Like,
give
can we
you
buy the
money."
rights
Yeah,
to your
we'll
video?
Buy the rights to your video. And if someone tries to use it in their video, then we get money for it.
Then we can put a copyright claim on
Yeah.
their video. And on YouTube, what that does is you now
Fuck
get all
yeah.
their monetization.
Damn.
Yeah.
So basically, their thing is we're fucking up the entire React to
Yeah.
like industry on YouTube.
But there's an argument for both sides, because the whole fair use clause and copyright law and shit like that, it's that you can use media as long as you change it in some way.
Yeah.
Like you can use clips from movies in your videos if you're doing a movie review, if you're making commentary on it or some shit. But if you just straight up post the entire movie, then that's very obviously copyright infringement. And what these people are doing is they're taking these videos and being like, wow, that's kind of cool. And then just that's it. So they're like, this is very obviously copyright infringement. But also that's kind of fucked up what Jukin is doing. Yeah. They're buying out videos that aren't theirs, that have no right to have.
That's whack.
Because the viral videos themselves are just like, oh, look at this cute puppy.
Right, yeah.
It's just dumb stuff like that.
I was actually listening to a podcast earlier how they're saying that viral videos don't really exist anymore. Or it's like, obviously they still exist, but they're not typically viral anymore. Because pretty much anything can be viral or like widespread these days.
It's like viral inflation.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
yeah.
like there's no way it can reach everyone who's on digital platforms anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like obviously back in the day when you hear a viral video, you know, like literally everyone has seen it. But
Because
now,
there's only like 4 of us
Exactly.
that could
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
and then now literally everyone has access to everything at all times. So
Not only that, but viral content in general dies really quickly.
correct,
now.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because it'll just, one viral video will get replaced by the next viral video in the next like
Exactly.
7 seconds.
Mhm. I remember people would not stop talking about Gangnam Style for
Yeah,
like a
or
year.
or like Piano Cat.
Yeah. But now it,
Yeah, like
there's a new video every week.
yeah.
If that.
It's crazy. And I was also in the same podcast. They were saying how the YouTube algorithm, it's supposedly supposed to like help like certain users or such. Like,
It is very
spread the content.
obviously in the favor of the bigger company.
Yeah, and they're saying that the algorithm is actually meant to help Alphabet get more money based on the higher viewers that they would get. So like
It's meant to get what?
Alphabet, the parent company of YouTube,
Oh, okay.
or like Google, you know.
Yeah.
They're like how they create the algorithm to get the most revenue for their company themselves, not
Mhm.
the users.
Yeah.
It's just coincidental that it can help the YouTube users as well. or
Yeah, that was the whole
YouTube
thing with
creators.
the whole like with when there's scandals with like Jake Paul and
Yeah.
PewDiePie. It's like, why are you allowing like hate speech on your
Yeah, yeah.
platform? And they're like, well, because advertisement on their channel makes
Yeah.
us money too.
Yeah.
So
We throw up an ad on this fucking hate speech video that gets 1,000 billion dislikes, but you still watch
You
it.
still,
Yeah.
you still
Yeah.
get the ad revenue.
Mhm.
So I don't understand how ad revenue works sometimes,
Me
because
neither.
sometimes it feels like it's disproportionate to what a company can sustain.
What do you mean?
Like if we get a fucking sponsor from fucking I don't know,
Audible.
Audible. Audible's
Well, a
like,
sponsor is different than ad revenue.
is it?
Yeah, sponsor is, hey, we're paying you to feature our product or whatever.
Okay.
Ad revenue is literally just the videos and the pop-ups that show up when you watch a video.
Yeah, but what generates that money to you then
For
for the ad revenue?
for the company advertising or for the content creator?
For the person receiving money from the ad.
Yeah, it's every time the ad pops up, you get some money, or better, every time someone clicks on the ad, then you get some more money as well.
Who is giving the money?
The company.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Right?
Oh yeah.
So what if it's disproportionate to what a company can give to people? So what if like we and like 4 other people, or I don't know, a lot more people have ads for this one company
Mhm.
on our videos, but billions of people start clicking on that ad.
Oh, then how are they gonna pay
Yeah,
us?
how
Oh,
are they
that's
gonna
what
pay
you're saying.
us all?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I don't know. Good question.
Because sometimes I'll see one company like rule the internet for ads for
Mhm.
like a fucking month.
Raid
And I'm
Shadow
like,
Legends.
Yeah, like where the fuck did Shadow Legends get all the money to pay all these people for their fucking
Mhm.
ads?
Yeah, or like on Twitch that Coke Gaming
Yeah,
thing.
Coke.
I mean, that's-
I mean, Coke,
Coke,
obviously, yeah, but
Pepsi
still.
Cola. Yeah.
Did you say just?
But you said
did
Pepsi Cola?
Pepsi. I know.
Oh my
Idiot.
god, Coke Gaming
Nabisco.
and Pepsi Cola.
Nabisco. You're right. I'm trying to think of like all like the junk food companies.
Kellogg's.
Was it
Kellogg's.
Yeah. Grammar Mills.
But yeah, I'm like, where do they get all this money from?
Mm.
Because sometimes it's just places I've never even heard of before. Like I can understand Coke.
Mm.
Yeah,
I can understand
Coke's
like
understandable.
Apple
Yeah.
Mm.
or Amazon. I can't understand.
Which is weird because you never see advertising for
Because they
Amazon
don't
and Apple.
need
They
it.
don't need it.
They don't need it, yeah.
Yeah.
They rule the fucking planet.
Yeah. I don't know how marketing works at all in the slightest bit.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get like a marketer on here
Mm.
to tell us.
Do
I
we
feel like
know anybody who's in marketing?
I think so. I think I know someone in advertising. I assume it's similar.
Mm.
I feel like I think that's another podcast already, but like getting an expert on and just explaining what they do.
Explaining what it is.
Like I remember a while ago we were talking about what the hell a producer does, and
Mm.
like my brother's fiance is a producer, So I wanted to like ask her what the fuck was a producer do.
My brother's fiance.
Did-
I thought your sister was married already.
Did your brother's fiance listen to it?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say if they listened to it and were like everything they said was wrong.
Okay, I'll have them listen to that one episode. I know my brother did listen to the episode Rose and Jeremy are on,
Mhm.
and then he was like, "Why didn't you guys ever ask me to be on a podcast?"
Is that all? Is that the whole reason why?
Yeah.
He lost?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm
He's
gonna
just
listen to
jealous
it
out
just
of
to be
spite.
jealous,
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole. It's always been interesting the way that content creation is a sustainable business model now.
Well, yeah, it's annoying on YouTube. I've heard that like these days how most of your content has to be kid friendly, basic because of the demographic of YouTube is. So like, a lot of YouTubers I follow are not kid friendly in the slightest bit, and a lot of times they're like, "Yeah, I literally make no money from this channel. I just do it because I enjoy the process."
You know Maximilian?
Yeah.
He was doing a retrospective of one of his videos, and he was like, some of this shit just isn't even worth it. I don't even know. I don't know why I like doing this.
Yeah.
Because he was like, one video he did years ago, one of his bigger videos back then was like, I want to say now it's at like 300,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say back then it was like probably 100,000 was the highest before it like just
Exploded.
slowly got, more. And then he said back then 100,000 views on a video would probably get you like $15-20.
Damn.
And it was in a video where I was like, he just sat in his room and like fucking played a video game and threw it up online. It was like a full on fucking production between him and his friends that had been working on for months.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, we got like $70 back on this. I'm like, nah, man. I can't do it. That's why streaming is so much better now.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you get all donators.
You get donators and you get like a significant cut from the subscribers. And
subscriber. Like,
and you can still have like,
system is great.
You can still have sponsors and such everything from that as well.
But YouTube's crazy too, though, because you can farm ad revenue essentially. That's why a lot of I mean, do you know the whole like 10-minute trick?
How like
if your video is at least
exactly
10 minutes,
yeah,
or if it's at least 10 minutes, which is why so many videos are like right at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah.
And then do you guys have ad block?
Yes, but not for Twitch or YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because for YouTube, if you don't have ad block, you can see on the video bar.
The
little yellow
things.
thing.
Yeah.
And some videos just have like 10 ads, and for like a 10-minute video, and it's insane.
I remember, Jay, you were saying you were watching a trailer and you got an ad that was a trailer for something.
I got a trailer in the middle of the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. At work we have kids watch Ninja Warrior videos. On YouTube, and one of the ads was a 50-minute video.
A 50-minute?
I'm guessing it was like a short movie or something, but like after like 2 minutes, because we were like, put the Ninja Warrior back on, and we were like, is it not Ninja Warrior? Because usually ads are like 15 seconds, so you just let it rock. But this was 40, 50 minutes.
Jeez.
And that's when the studio got ad block.
Actually, no, I think that's happened to me before too. It was an ad for some like short film that Kevin Spacey was in or some shit. And I was like, I had it on in the background, so I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's not the video I clicked. And then I look at the ad and it was like, what the?
Yeah, usually my ads are like, I don't know, 15 seconds.
Yeah,
30
that's
seconds.
a typical
Never had that.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But and going back to
Oh no,
streaming.
you have YouTube Red, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So
that's why I don't have.
Yeah, you don't get ads. Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck. I realized that I don't get many ads on Twitch either, but I think it's because I have Twitch Prime. But I'm not 100% sure.
I have ad block, so I don't see any.
Yeah, I just turned ad block off for those two sites specifically. But it's cool that on Twitch that affiliates can also do like ad breaks now. So like whenever the rare occasion that I stream, I'm like, all right, be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. I play an ad, and then like
that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool that I have that capability to do now. Like, although like most of my viewers are you guys, and you all have like a sub or a mod, so you don't even see it. Like Art was in my stream, and then I was like, Art, did you see the ad? He's like, yeah, I got it. I was like, oh, that's cool. But I don't know if I even got revenue from that one single ad, but it's still funny to say that I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always, I know we've talked about this many times before, how like Instagram, like you could make a living off of Instagram modeling or being what's a proper term?
Influencer.
Influencer, yeah.
Proper term.
So it's weird. I was at this, I guess it's like a bubble waffle place with Chiaki, like the other week, and they have the so like the bubble waffle is just like a dessert type of thing. The wrapper is a bubble waffle, and you have ice cream and shit in it. And then we heard someone come in, and they're like, "Hey, do you guys have the chicken and waffles available?" They're like, "Sorry, we're only opening up to influencers right now."
Really?
So, yeah. So both Chiaki and I turned. We're like, "The fuck?"
Jesus.
Yeah. She was like, the person who walked in. She was like, "Oh, exactly. What does that entail? Like, how many followers do you have to be an influencer?" And they're like, "Oh, we have like this whole like form on our website you could fill out to see if you like qualify to get like early access to our product." And both of us like, what? What the actual kind of world do we live in right now?
That's insane.
Yeah. So like it's like they're like real life beta tester type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so crazy. So it was just like I
wouldn't need to sit down after that. I'd be like,
yeah. I mean, I was already sitting, but
there's I know there's a gym in New York where the membership is like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and but they give you a significant discount if you're an influencer, and if you're an influencer, they let you use the front door, and use like the main equipment like right by the window so people can see you. But if you're not an influencer, you have to enter through the back.
You have to enter through the back.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. And they still paying like the hundreds of dollars price. It's ridiculous.
That's funny.
But then you also
really out here.
But then you also see stories of quote unquote influencers who try to get free shit on purpose. Have you seen stories like that where they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in your town, and I thought I could try your restaurant." And they're like, "Oh yeah, we'd love to have your exposure." And they're like, "Okay, so how big is my discount?" They're like, "You're not getting a discount.
Yeah.
Pay for your food, you fuck."
There's so many just being part of the artist community.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
And that's a perfect segue.
Yeah. so many just fucking
exposure.
Yeah. There's a Twitter page. It's called Work for the Exposure, where it's just basically a parody account that takes you submit a conversation or something that you had on social media or email or something with someone trying to make you work for free.
Yeah.
And one of them I saw recently was literally like, "Oh, I want to commission you for something." And it got pretty far into the conversation before they were like, "Oh, no, I'm not paying you. I want you to pay me."
Right, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I want you to pay me to do all these things so I can throw some clout your way.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "No, that's not how this works. See, I need to pay my bills.
Yeah.
And I need actual money to feed my actual family.
Yeah.
Thank you." And the guy was like, "Well, I don't understand what you mean. Like, why would you think that I would pay you?" It was like,
because it's
imagine my fucking work, you dumbass.
Imagine going to a restaurant and telling your waiters that they have to pay you to give you food.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Or like have a plumber come to your house and the plumber
pays you
yeah.
for the privilege of fixing your
so I can
literal
tell
shit.
other people that they should fire you.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It's insane.
Motherfuckers really out here.
But yeah, that's a good segue into Aaron Carter.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I didn't even mean to. Anyway, Aaron Carter did that shit this morning. Actually,
that was just this morning. Oh,
I think that was over the
yesterday
or some
morning.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Aaron Carter did that where he was advertising his new album, which who the fuck?
No, it wasn't his new album. It was like his clothing line.
Was that it?
It was like hoodies. Yeah.
God damn. Fucking idiot. Anyway, he was advertising whatever the fuck because, yeah. And the artist, he took like a wallpaper thing from an artist and used it as an ad on Twitter for like the link on his thing.
With some pseudo like philosophical shit.
Yeah,
It was like, the light in the dark. Fuck. Yeah.
And the original artist for the thing was like, hey, that's mine. Can you not use that for advertising your clothing line, please? And Aaron Carter responded with like, you know, you should be grateful that I'm using your thing, and I can't believe that you're attacking me over something like this. And the guy's like, the guy didn't even respond like hostile. He was like,
yeah,
all right, you make music. Imagine if someone took your music, put it in a movie trailer or something to advertise for this movie, and said, oh no, you should be happy that I put this in my movie trailer because fuck you, worthless artist. And then he went on about some other shit later, and you know, he was trending. It was funny because he's been trending for like 3 days. And it's just people shitting on him now. Like, how fucking dare you? And first of all, a fellow artist. How do you not fucking understand that shit? I don't understand. Like,
that's crazy.
I mean, quote unquote artist. Man hasn't been relevant in like 10, 15 years.
And the only time that he is now is
because of dumb shit.
Dumb shit.
Has he still been doing music? Like, even in the past few years?
No idea.
I just remember from either being Nick Carter's brother or I Want Candy.
I only remember him from I Want Candy.
I mean, Nick Carter is in Backstreet Boys. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just remember from
I Want Candy. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that was fucking... But anyway, I want to talk about social media because of something completely different. It has nothing to do with that.
That's fine.
But, do you... I think... Did I ask this before? Do you have social media with a purpose?
You did say this.
Yeah, all right.
So, are we still answering it?
I mean, you can answer it.
Oh, okay. So, what do you mean by purpose?
Like I know...
Like, what it was... Why do you use certain social medias?
Do you use certain social medias for a certain reason? Like, I know my Twitter and my Instagram are mainly for promoting my own art. But my Facebook is, like... I talk to my friends. Yeah. That's what I use it for.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I use Facebook. Facebook is just for seeing how people close to me are doing and stuff like that. I guess Instagram I use because I want to have some sort of log of my life, if that makes sense. So, like, 10 years from now, I can look back on my Instagram and see what the past 10 years were like. And then Twitter is just my news outlet, pretty much. That's where I get my news. And that's where I have depression rants. Follow me, Risen Sounds, on Twitter for depression rants. Or depression jokes.
I think Twitter is just where depression rants
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just the home of depression rants.
If you like self-deprecation,
just go on Twitter for like 40 minutes.
And yeah, for me, same thing with Facebook. Is just family from Philippines that I never talked to or ever met, but they still friend me anyways.
Same.
And then like close friends that I use from Messenger. I rarely ever actually use Facebook, the platform itself.
Yeah.
Just for like I see the memory notification every once in a while. I was like, oh, you have a memory with this guy from like 14 years ago, and then you look at it, you're like, wow, that was cool. I posted on his wall saying happy birthday. Thanks, Facebook. And then
I think it's just for events now.
Oh,
Facebook events. Like, that's what I use it for.
Oh, and events too. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that, dude. I hate when everyone's like, well, you didn't respond on the Facebook event, so I don't know if you're coming. I'm like, bitch, I told you I was coming. Please.
Yeah, that's why I always ask if they don't respond, I ask them or message them individually. Yeah. Like, I have to do that a lot for the holiday party. Like, people didn't respond, but like, I know for sure you're coming, but I'm gonna double check with you so I could like update your thing just for personal headcount for myself. And then I rarely ever use the Facebook platform itself. I mostly just use it for Messenger.
It's funny. My mom the other day was like, hey, look at how many likes my last status got. It's like triple digits. Isn't that so cool? I'm like, Mom, no one uses Facebook anymore except for your generation. It's just boomers now.
3 digits is still a lot, though.
What's that?
3 digits is still a lot.
Yo,
it is a lot, yeah, but it's
dude?
just 100 boomers.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm saying?
Is your mom an influencer, dude? We're about to get some fucking waffles at the
yeah
waffle
the bubble waffle place.
Is that
Chicken
it's
waffles.
called Wowful?
Waffle.
Yeah.
No,
God,
the post that
that's awful.
awful waffles.
That's awful.
Fucking gross.
No, the post that she was bragging about with all those likes was her lying about the Spartan race.
Oh my god.
It was like,
Mom,
I'm so
no.
happy that I was able to complete a Spartan race. I'm like, you didn't do shit, Mom.
Damn. You should have flamed her in the comments. Like, I don't care, you're my mom and you're right next to me, but
And then 2 months later, I did the same exact thing with the Vermont race. I was like, I completed my first beast, and you and Kenny were both completed.
yeah. Excuse me?
It's like, get back in the basement.
Then yeah, going back to what social media things. Instagram, I mostly use for, that's more my personal connection now with like actual friends, because a lot of people, like almost everyone I know is on Instagram, and I use that for a lot of dance related stuff too. So like dance videos and and hot girls and like hot girls and guys.
Same.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
That's why I follow
discriminate. Yeah, but yeah, hot girls and guys. And then Twitter is mostly just gaming related stuff, like gaming and like movie stuff. So like I follow a lot of pro players on Twitter and such, and like see how they performed in tournaments or movie like studios and companies, see when they release trailers or blah 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 blah.
Where do you guys get your
And
How-
news.
What?
Sorry, and news.
that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Like, where do you how do you guys keep up with current events?
I literally wake up on, or
Yeah,
not
it's
wake up,
usually
but I
trending.
open up Twitter, see what's trending.
Like a trending.
Yeah. So I see what's trending for you, and then world trending.
Mm-hmm.
See what else is
Yeah.
there.
Same.
And
I also listen to some news podcasts, but it's mostly Twitter.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, in my office, I have a TV on. And like usually it's just like stocks and shit, but sometimes the switch to the news if
Mhm.
something actually important is happening. Like for the past like 2 weeks, it's just been Australia's on fire still.
Yeah.
Someone send help.
Please help.
Yeah.
Because it's funny with something like Twitter, it's immediate that you find out.
Right.
It's like, oh, like there was a shooting that happened. 2 minutes later, you
Yeah.
find out about it. But before Twitter was a thing, you had to wait until news outlets
Yeah.
were able to put
Until
on
the
a
morning or
production about
something.
Yeah.
it. Yeah. It's like, oh, if there was a shooting in the morning, you're not finding out about it until the nighttime.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's funny because that did happen semi recently. Like, do you remember in New York City? It was like a few months ago where a helicopter crashed
Yeah.
into one of the buildings.
Yeah.
I found that out on Twitter first, and then we got an email through our work thing
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
like, "Hey, be careful of this certain area helicopter crash."
Mhm.
I was like, "Wow, that's kind of scary that I
Yeah.
found that out first on my
Yeah.
phone."
Mhm.
Well, not scary, but I
Yeah.
guess crazy how technology has advanced or improved.
Yeah.
The walls have ears.
Yeah,
Walls have ears because everyone's around. Everyone has a phone that
Yeah.
can. Hey, look! There's a fucking video of this guy's on fire in the middle of the street.
But then that also raises the question of like, a lot of people when they see injustices happen, they just video. it.
yeah, they just I always love that, like when people either do that or they have like something on fire in the kitchen. They're like, "Oh, look what I did!" They're like, "Bitch, put out that fire! Why are you just filming it?"
Shit like that I'm okay with because all you're doing is hurting yourself. But if
Okay,
it's like
yeah.
if you see a guy like being murdered in an alleyway and you're videoing it, be like, this
Yeah.
is so wrong. I'm like, call the police.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit like that can be good if A, you are able to use the video to ID the person,
Yeah.
and B, someone. I hate using the bystander effect where it's just like, oh, someone else will help.
Oh yeah,
But-
yeah.
But yeah, because I remember a couple of weeks ago I saw a video, this crazy video of a dude just kidnapping a girl on the subway. Do you guys see that video?
I don't think so.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, there was this girl sleeping on
She was
on a
sleeping
subway.
on the subway. Right?
Yeah, and when the subway stopped, this man just literally picked her up and started walking out, and the girl started screaming, and the guy was videoing. And
he didn't
my
do shit.
my first thought was like, why are you not doing anything? Yeah, but then later I was like, oh, but thanks to the video, they were able to ID the guy.
All right, so it's like a
Yeah,
mixture of
double-edged
stuff.
sword.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like one of those things where you like see something, say something. Where I see something, I film something.
Yeah.
And then you have fucking instances where that stupid fucking girl.
Oh, gun girl.
No, well, her too, but the girl who got herself kidnapped.
Oh,
yeah,
in Brooklyn
in the
or
Bronx.
Yeah.
Bronx, whatever. Oh yeah, Bronco.
where people actually did, we're like, all right, we're gonna help this fucking girl because this shit is out of hand.
Yeah, and then she
And
actually
it turns out she
set it
just
up
fucking
to
set it up herself. 'Cause she
kidnap
wanted to get
herself.
away from her mom.
Yeah.
I'm like, I understand if you want to run away or some shit from like an abusive parent, something.
Yeah.
You do that shit on you. Like, you didn't have to have it set up to where you get kidnapped. Bitch, just run away. What the
Yeah.
fuck you talking about? Like, I don't know.
Or similar to what was the name? Jesse Smollett. Smollett.
Isn't it like Smollett or something?
Smollett?
I thought it was French.
Sommelier.
I thought it was French, so I thought it was Smollett or
I thought it
something.
was Smollett.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. But yeah, that guy who pretended he got beat up and like called hate crimes and shit. Called it a hate crime.
Mm-hmm.
People would be wild.
Yeah.
Which
really be
sucks
out
because it trivializes actual hate crimes,
Yeah.
which
Yeah, of
happen
course.
Because now
every day.
people are gonna look at that kidnapping and be like, well, I don't know if this is real anymore
Yeah.
now
Mhm. Yeah.
because this is like, it looks like that last thing.
Right.
Or you ever see that video on Twitter? It's like how they expect us to react when we get an Amber Alert. It's just like it's like two dudes playing video games, and then like they get the Amber Alert on the phone. They're like, "Oh shit, let's go!" So they both run outside, and they see everyone else running outside of their houses. They're like, "Black sedan, where is it?" And then they see one driving by, like, "Get it!" And they all start chasing after it.
Yeah. Imagine if it did.
Yeah, imagine if
did
that's
do
how
that,
actually
though.
how it
That
was.
would be fucking godlike,
Yeah.
honestly.
Do you guys remember any of the information in any Amber Alerts?
No, because I always just turn it
No.
off.
Yeah. I look at it, I'm like, damn, that sucks.
Damn, sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know the purpose of it is to be like, oh, look out for this car.
Yeah.
But I just never.
It's also because, like, I see black sedan, I'm like, all right, I know a car can be black. I don't know what a sedan looks like.
Yeah. I mean, if it's like a significant information, like the license plate of blank,
Yeah.
blank.
If there was shit like that, then I'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, that guy is fucked.
Yeah.
Also, I make a habit now of whenever I see on Twitter that someone is missing
To
on
retweet.
the East Coast,
Yeah.
I will retweet that. But if it's like something like, oh, someone's in Vegas
Mm-hmm.
or something and they went missing, I'm like, well,
It's not gonna. Yeah, I mean,
I can't do
it
anything
could.
now.
it
but
could, but yeah,
chances,
it's
yeah.
rare.
Yeah, but like, I don't think I don't have any followers that aren't on East
Yeah, yeah.
Coast.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are they gonna do? Fly to fucking Vegas and
Look for him.
yeah, and
Yeah.
fucking take into it and be like, I'm gonna go and save this person.
Mhm.
I actually just saw this trending retweet. I guess it was like it's similar to this. How it was like how to escape zip ties if you're ever
Oh,
trapped
yeah,
in them,
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, just
You,
break
like,
it on your leg.
Yeah, you have to tighten it even more. They're like, oh, yeah, I know that sounds counterintuitive, but just give it a second, and then you smack it on your leg.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's actually really cool to
Yeah.
like
That's
spread.
better than the fucking other one where it's like take your shoelace and put it through it so you can scrape it off.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
You've never seen
No.
that?
no.
I'm like, there's no way that a captor is gonna look at you putting your shoelace through the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
thing and be like, that's fine.
Yeah, they're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
Or like in movies and shit where they're like, oh yeah, just dislocate your thumb real quick so you can slide through.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Have you guys ever seen Gerald's Game?
No.
It's
Oh.
it's a movie based on a Stephen King novel, and they do exactly. It's
They
It's a
do it
girl
all the
who
time
got
in movies,
handcuffed.
yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that the one you're talking about where
Yeah,
like, the
she's
guy dies
handcuffed.
while she's handcuffed or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So she's handcuffed to the bedpost, and she gloves herself, or she degloves herself.
Yeah.
She removes the skin from her hand to break free of it, and they show it. It's, yeah.
I thought you meant she dislocates her thumb. I was like,
Oh,
yeah, they
she-
show that shit all the
no.
time, and it's pretty
No.
gross to look at. But oh,
No, it's
wait, how'd she do that while she was You know, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Don't tell
We
me.
can watch
That's
it later.
why.
It's
I
on
don't
Netflix.
want
She
it.
did it.
I don't
She was
want to.
handcuffed.
Let's pull it up on podcast.
Oh.
right
Yeah,
now.
it was her skin.
Ew.
Yeah,
Ew.
it was
Yeah.
rough. That was a good
Gross.
movie, but yeah, that was hard to watch.
Ew.
How do they make that a good movie?
It sounds like a really dumb movie,
Yeah,
but
it does.
yeah, but it's the tension, I think.
Oh, it's
'Cause
one of those type of movies.
How
Yeah.
long is
Do
it?
It's pretty short. It's like less. I want to say less than an hour and a half. I don't like the way it ended. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it ends just like how it does in the book.
So
And-
then,
yeah, but
yeah,
So like I understand it's not their fault. They want to keep it true to the source material, but it's just a really bad ending.
so yeah, I feel like I don't know.
Was
I
she
was gonna
just
say
get
if-
up and leave?
Was that?
Would she just get up and leave?
No. I mean, do you want me to tell you what happened?
I'm probably not gonna
Yeah.
watch it.
So basically, throughout, do you know the plot to Gerald's Game?
Not at all.
It's this couple who in a failing marriage, they go out to to try to revitalize their sex life, and then they go out to some secluded cabin in the woods. She gets tied to the bedpost for some sex games, and then the husband has a heart attack and dies. So now she's just trapped in the middle of the cabin, handcuffed to a bed, with and she can't do anything. So she's gonna die soon. And basically throughout the movie, she has these hallucinations of death. Like she looks in the corner and there's just a like death just staring at her with like a box to collect her soul and shit like that. And then you find out at the end of the movie it wasn't a hallucination. It's just a crazy guy that's just been entering her house.
Oh, you did tell me about
in
that.
the middle of a cabin though.
Yeah, it's just a crazy guy that's just been staring at her in the middle of the night. I'm like, that's what you guys do to me, I know, but
No.
Oh yeah, we did.
We literally talked about this yesterday. How we're gonna talk about this on podcast too. So it's almost ending, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
So
segue.
we were literally talking about this as we were leaving your house yesterday, and Jay, I forget how it brought it up, but Jay was like, "Yeah, I watched Joseph in sleeping." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do that too." I'm like, "Oh, you use his webcam?" And he's like, "No, I watch him in person, out his window." I'm like, huh, which is weirder? So I was like, all right, which is weirder, to watch someone sleeping in person, outside their window, or through their webcam?
I said I don't do it outside his window.
Oh right, yeah. Then you added it on to it. Like, oh, I don't do it outside.
No,
his
I'm
window.
just in his room.
Yeah. But yeah, either way,
in person, definitely.
In person.
Yeah. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, webcam's creepy, but if you're doing the webcam, you don't have to do much. It's just, it's all the work is in your.
You actually do have to do a lot.
I know, but physically, it's just you're not committing very much. It's just let me just use my fingers to type on the keyboard. But in person, you have to go out of your way to go to that person's house, possibly break into their room and shit like that. And it's much easier to get caught that way too. Yeah, and you know how
that's the rush of it.
You always hear how you always should cover up your webcam because people can hack into it similar to this and watch you. Yeah. And I always love the comments if people want to watch me jerking off, go for it. I fucking love that. I'm like, if people want to hack into my webcam and watch me jerk off, go for it. Have fun.
My dad, because I used to have a Kinect for my Xbox One, and my dad was like, you should really when you're not playing that thing, you should put it away. Yeah. And I was like, if Microsoft wants to watch me beat off in the middle of the night, it's all good for me, dude. I don't give a shit.
I love those comments.
The fuck are they gonna do with that information?
Yeah, they're I will either be staring forward at a screen or staring forward at a screen doing this. It makes no difference.
Yeah, the comments if you want to watch me jerk off to BDSM, then go for it. Fuck.
Fucking Bill Gates really out here oh god, he's doing it.
And then he's just wait, what video is that though?
Sounds hot.
Yeah, I would agree. In person is definitely fucking weirder. Yeah. Much weirder.
Especially, you know what it was? His sister was like, "You guys have been here enough. You should know where the foil is." And we're like, "Oh, I really don't."
The foil.
The foil.
Yeah. A foil.
Yeah, I was like, I actually haven't been here that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, at least upstairs.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. We're we've been in the basement more often.
Yeah. In my room when you watch me sleep.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what he said.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I was like, and that's why I watch Joseph sleep at night.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the end of this episode.
Actually, I have a quick segue.
That's fine.
Because I'm curious.
No, we don't actually watch you sleep, you fucking weirdo.
Damn it! All right, you can end the podcast. No.
All right, yeah.
No, because
we got tight. It's fuck. I really wanted to end it on that.
No, I'm curious because I've never experienced it. Have you guys ever experienced sleep paralysis?
Yes.
We've talked about this, I think.
Oh, have we?
I mean, not recently, but at some point.
Okay.
But yeah, we can talk about it again.
Because I'm curious, what is it like? People say it feels like there's a demon sitting on your chest or something.
Every time it's happened to me, I was laying on my chest, so it just felt like everything from the neck down didn't work, or from the eyes down didn't work.
Yeah, it's only happened to me once, but I didn't have that demon type of thing.
It's just awful.
It's just my eyes were open and I couldn't move my body. And I was like, this is fucking weird. And I remember trying to slap myself awake, so I was trying to move my arm to slap myself awake. Yeah. I was like, all right, that's cool.
There was even a point where I was like, I think I'm just gonna try and scream and wake someone up, and I couldn't do that.
Jeez. That's scary.
It is scary.
Yeah.
Like even I don't even think I had that weird like everyone's like, oh, the demon.
Yeah.
When I see
Fuck
you
me in
know.
my sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like I don't even have that. I'm still like I can't move.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
scared.
Mhm.
Like what is going on?
Yeah. I did lucid dream the other day though.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like that big of a thing. It was just like I was like slowly drifting into sleep, and I remember being in like some like futuristic like spaceship thing, but it was also a maze. But then like I remember seeing something on a screen, and then I was like, wait, I think I'm gonna dream. But I was like, let me see how far I could push myself into this dream and like see how far I could like travel into this maze. I didn't do anything like, oh, I'm gonna fly now. But I was just like, okay, I could tell I'm falling asleep, so let me push myself further into this dream to see if I can do whatever. Yeah. I don't remember any details beyond that, but I just remember being able to think of, oh yeah, I am in a dream.
To put, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been able to lucid dream.
But
So
yeah,
you're just boring ass sleeper.
no, motherfucker, have you heard of his dreams? But yeah, it's like, I guess it was like there are different levels to the lucid dreaming where like you're a dream, so
Yeah.
you can control it, or try to control it. I guess.
For
Yeah.
me, it's as soon as I realize I'm in a dream, I wake up.
You wake up.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So,
Damn, that sucks.
yeah.
It is a dream. Oh no.
Oh man. Yeah.
It's like when that lady hit Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Turned him, knocked the spirit out of his
Oh, yeah.
What's her name?
The,
Sorcerer
ancient,
Supreme.
the ancient one. What do you say?
Sorcerer Supreme.
Sorcerer, yeah.
Yeah.
The ancient one.
The
Tilda
bald chick.
Swinton.
Okay, not. You got any more side tangents?
Hmm?
Jay, you good? Me,
So
I'm good.
thank you for
All right.
listening
Sound
to
off.
1, 2. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of the podcast. Season 3, episode 4.
4.
You could find us on our social medias of Instagram and Twitter at honeybee_pro_. You can find us on YouTube at Honeybee Productions, and you can find us on Facebook at Honeybee Productions as well. And then you can find us on your favorite podcast providers such as Spotify, Podcasts. Oh fuck, I messed up. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Castbox, and all your other favorite podcast providers. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, be sure to give us a 5-star, because I don't think we actually have any listeners on Apple Podcasts. But even if you're there, hi, I love you. I think that's it.
You guys want to learn how to count in binary?
Oh my god.
And watch that Sakurai video.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you
what's
guys
her name? Bethel.
Byleth.
Byleth.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys
Watch
watched
the Byleth
the
reveal.
most recent Smash Direct of announcing Byleth, and you
We
understand
spent like 5
what we're
minutes
talking
teaching us
about.
how to count
Yeah.
in binary.
Anyways, it's not.
Because the
Yeah.
rest of the
Not
video
really.
That's not important.
Alright, thank you for listening.
Okay, bye. Wait. Thanks for listening. I'm Warren.
And thanks for watching. I'm Jay.
Thanks for listening. I'm Joseph.
I said.
I know. I couldn't think of another verb
Thanks
in
for.
time.
Thanks
Okay.
for
Thank you for
tasting. I'm
punching and
Joseph.
screaming.
Have a good day or night wherever you're listening to. Wait.